As you can imagine, as an audiologist, you get a lot of questions about getting earwax removed from your ear. A lot of people want to know what's the best way to do it, because it turns out a lot of ways that you can get it done hurt quite a bit. So I thought I would go over a few of the options that we have in clinic as far as getting wax out and when to pick different ones. The first is water. We use water as a tool for irrigation. It allows it to put pressure on the wax, getting underneath and kind of pulling it out. A lot of times water is the most comfortable. However, if you have concerns about a hole in your eardrum or you get frequent swimmer's ear, it might be something you have to mention, because if one of those two things are true, water could actually make that problem worse. If that is the case, the second thing we have as the option is suction. This typically has a little piece on the end. You stick in the ear and you vacuum it out. This is a better option when we can't have water trapped in our ear. Or if you feel like you have a really big dizziness response whenever water is put in your ear for earwax removal. The last option, and the option that, in my opinion, is the most difficult, is using a curette or a tool. That is when we put a magnifying glass on, like this one, and we look inside your ear at a very, very close zoom. And then we take a little tool like a curette and we scoop it out. The reason that's the hardest is because our skin in our ear canal is very, very thin. And all underneath that is bone and nerve. And so if we hit the canal wrong, it's like a game of operation. It hurts. So typically, at least for me, I like to avoid the curette for one of the other options. Most of these are most effective done in clinic. At home, we really don't want you to be putting anything in your ears just because you can't see what you're doing. It's a little scary. So if you have concerns for a lot of earwax in your ears, call your audiologist and know your hearing health.